Alright guys, I'm gonna show you how to create cloud saves for pretty much any game that you want. Right? So let's say, you're not getting a game through Steam or Epic Games, right? And that means you can't really have cloud saves because these two are the ones that use cloud saves. There is a way to do them by yourself. So the game that I'm going to be using is Baba Is You, and I got this off of the bundle for Ukraine, which you guys should get. It's $10 and it has nearly 1,000 games, and it's over 99% off. So it's a huge steal. You guys should get it. And yeah, so before I begin with the steps, I wanted to just sort of illustrate how this thing works, right? So you have your computer, your first computer, right? So amazing drawing, I know. So this is your first computer, and this will be your second computer. And let's say this is like a laptop or something, right? And you have progress on your first computer, but you have different progress on your second computer, or you might not have any progress at all on your second computer. So what we're gonna do is essentially put the save into the cloud, and it's gonna go into the cloud like this. And hold on. So here's the cloud. Right, we're gonna put the save into the cloud like that. So your save is gonna get transferred. Oh god, there we go. So your save is gonna get transferred, and it's not gonna be on your first computer. It's actually going to be streamed onto both computers whenever you play your game. So it's gonna create a connection, and it's going to think that your computer is going to think that your save is actually locally stored on your computer, but it's actually not. All right. And then any progress that you make on your computer, it's going to go into the cloud, and it's going to update the cloud. It's going to update your cloud save. And then that progress is also going to be able to be seen by your second computer. So it's like both computers are using the same save, which they essentially are once you set it up properly. So that's basically how it works. Any changes made here will show up on the second computer. By the way, this doesn't work while you're simultaneously using both computers, so don't try that. It's don't. I don't even know what happens when you do that. But yeah, so that's kind of how it works. Now the first thing you want to do is download link shell extension, and that's basically what's going to make the connection possible. So you can get it off this site, and it's a pretty simple tool. It's only 3.7, it's not that big. It's like 15 megabytes. So click on that link, and you will have the installer in your downloads folder, and you just go ahead and run that. And I think I already have it installed. No, I don't. Okay. So yep, you go ahead and install it, and once it's installed, you just go ahead and click close, and now link shell extension is on your computer. The second step is you want to download Google Drive. So you can skip this step if you already have Google Drive or another cloud service on your computer. But once it's downloaded, it should look like this on your computer. So it should act like a drive. You can use one drive. You can use Google Drive. I'm going to use Google Drive. So the third step is to locate and back up your game save. And yeah, this step is important because you might lose your progress if you screw stuff up, right? And if you don't know where your game is saved, you can just go ahead and search it up, right? Kind of like this. You can go ahead and search it up, but me, I already know where it is. It's in my app data folder, roaming, and then this is the save folder right here. This is the folder that I will be using. It might look different for you because, you know, you're probably not using Baba Is You, but I will be using Baba Is You. So once that's done, you want to back it up, right? And this is very important because you don't want to lose any of your data. This is all of your hard work, right? So just, you know, right click and then create a new folder and go ahead and open up your save folder. Just take whatever's in it, copy, and just go ahead and paste it into the new folder. And if anything goes wrong, you can always just go into your backup and just copy it and then paste it back into your game save folder. And that will restore your backup. So yeah, just like put this off to the side. Yeah. So after you create your backup, you want to take the save on your computer, which is this folder, and you want to put it in the cloud. And I will demonstrate what that looks like. So right now, what I suggest you do is go into your drive and right click and create a new folder and title that folder Game Saves. Once you have that done, go ahead and go to your save folder and take the whole entire folder and cut it, and then go ahead and paste it. So now your save is in the cloud and it's not on your computer. And yeah, so if I open up the game, there's just not going to be any progress on it. And I'm just going to go ahead and demonstrate that. Right, so this is the beginning of the game, right? So if you see this, that means, yeah, there's nothing. There's nothing. There's no save, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and delete this because I don't need it. I don't want it. So once you have that done, you want to create the hard link. And that's actually wrong. We're going to be creating a symbolic link. So the way you do that is we're going to use link shell extension, and if it's installed on your computer, it's a pretty simple process. You just go into your cloud save and then right click the folder. And then if you go down, there's going to be this new option that says pick link source. Click on that. And that's sort of going to copy your folder, but it's not really a copy. And then you want to paste it here. Now, if you already have a save folder here, just go ahead and delete it. And then paste it. Now, there is no paste option. What you want to do is go down here and there's going to be this option, drop as. You want to drop it as a symbolic link. So once that's done, it should look like this. It should look like the save folder is just on your computer locally. And if you do everything right, then when you open up your game, there should be progress. So right now, as you can see, all these levels are completed, and my character is on the level with a single dot on it. And I want you guys to remember that, right? So it's the level with the single dot. So just go ahead and remember that. You'll need it for later, for the test. No, I'm joking. All right. So yeah, once you create that link, that's just for your first computer. So you need to create the link for every other computer you want to do this. And the way you do that is go onto your second computer, download Link Shell extension and Google Drive the same way you did on your first computer. And I'm just going to simulate this using a folder. So, you go into your second computer, app data folder, and then let's say this is your game save locally. And this is like, just some progress, right? We're gonna replace this save with the link from your Google Drive. So what you want to do is delete this. You don't need it. And then go into your Google Drive and just do the same thing. So go ahead and pick link source and then go back to your second computer. And once you're in the folder where your save should be, right click and drop as a symbolic link. And basically what this does is it makes the game save appear in two places at once, essentially. So that's sort of how it looks like. So if you change this folder, it's going to update into the cloud, and then your original computer, your first computer, is going to read those changes and it's going to get updated here. So it's going to update through the cloud into your first computer and vice versa. This will update into here, into the cloud, and then into this computer. And this only works as long as you're connected to the Wi-Fi. If you're not connected to Wi-Fi, obviously cloud saves won't work. And if you recall from earlier, I'm just going to show you guys again. Right now my progress, I'm on the level with one dot. So what I'm gonna do is sort of simulate progression on your second computer. So let's say you solved extra levels and you have a new save, and this new save is going to overwrite your old save. So this is the cloud. This is going to be a short little demonstration. So this new save is going to overwrite the folder on the second computer, and that's going to overwrite onto the cloud. And you'll know that it's updated once there's that little cloud symbol. So if everything works properly, when you open up the game on your first computer, you'll open up and you'll find your progress. So if you remember earlier, my position was at the level with one dot, but now it's on the level with two dots. So it's here now. So clearly it worked. And this will work across multiple computers. So yeah, now there is something that you guys absolutely need to understand fundamentally. Otherwise, you might just screw up and just delete all of your progress. And this should basically never happen unless you're not connected to the Wi-Fi at some point on the computer that you're using. And I'm just going to use Paint to illustrate this warning. So you have your computer here, PC1, PC2, and your cloud. All right, so PC1, PC2. Let's say the cloud save is this, right? The way this works is when you boot up the game is going to search your computer for the save. So it's going to search for a save, and it's going to find this location, right? So it's going to find the link that you made, and it's going to go into the cloud. Now, if your Wi-Fi isn't working, then it's not going to go in the cloud. It's going to find nothing. So what it's going to do is create a new save that's entirely blank, right? And let's say you do this at 1 p.m., right? And yesterday you were playing the game at, or let's say you were playing on your first computer at 6 a.m. Right, so this save is dated at 6 a.m. in the cloud, and the save which on your computer, which has nothing, it's just an empty save with 0 progress, is dated at 1 p.m. What's going to happen is, since 1 p.m. came after 6 a.m., once you connect to the Wi-Fi, it's going to take whatever you have, and Google Drive is going to look at it and say, oh, this one looks newer, so I'm going to write this on top of the cloud save, because you must have updated it. So then you're going to get lost progress. All right, so there's all your progress just gone. All right, and it's very important that you know how to avoid this. All right, and the way you avoid it is you just connect to the Wi-Fi before you open up your game. So if you open up your game before you connect to the Wi-Fi, as I said, your game is going to look for a file that doesn't exist, and it's just going to create a blank save. But if you connect to the Wi-Fi, the connection is going to get made and sent through properly, and then you're going to have all your progress. And yeah. Another thing to note is, if you are playing your game and let's say you got your progress, but then you lose connection to the Wi-Fi, so this connection gets blocked. So any changes you made to this save is not going to be sent through the cloud. It's going to get blocked. And the changes will get updated once you connect to the cloud. But if you don't connect to the cloud and you go back to your first computer is going to recall the save. And once again, it's going to do the same thing with the time thing, right? So this time, this save will be at, 1 p.m. And now you're playing on your computer. This is at 2 p.m. And since this save has a later time, it's going to overwrite the one on the cloud. So it's, you recall this, and then it's just going to overwrite this one. All right. And then the cloud is going to see, oh, this save is at 2 p.m. And that save is at 1 p.m. So it's just going to, delete all your progress. And that's no good. So yeah, basically the way it works is the most recent changes will overwrite the cloud. So if you don't want any changes to get saved, all you have to do is just like cancel the connection, and I suggest you create backups for these saves just in case, because what could end up happening is, let's say you're not connected. So I'm gonna go into here. If I wasn't connected to the Wi-Fi, the game would look for the folder and find this. It's just empty. So when I open up the game, I'm gonna be at the beginning of the game. I'm gonna be like, where's all my progress? And then Google Drive is gonna look at the date modified, and since this is at 10:36 p.m., this is the most recent save. So it's gonna take this, and as soon as I connect to the internet, it's going to take this and it's going to write over this, and I'm pretty sure it already happened. So yep, this is at 10:36 p.m. and this has no progress on it. And this is when you would overwrite your save using your backup, right? Because this is no good. Right, there's no progress here. Wait, what the heck? Oh, never mind. Yeah, this has no progress. And it gets updated onto your second computer. And as you can see, 1037. 1037. Oh god, it's 1037. Alright. So yeah, just yeah. If this ever happens and you have a backup, just go ahead, copy, paste, replace the files, and you know, once you open up your game, your progress should be there. So yeah, make sure you know what you're doing, you don't lose your progress, and you should be good to go. And yeah, I hope you guys found this video to be helpful. All right, thanks for watching.